All right. Hello, everyone. Let's get started today. I got all the fun stuff planned. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome, I think. Forgot to shut my office door like a smart person, but I have it shut now. So we're all good. So last time, which was yesterday, we went in, we did our sprout training, and then after sprout training, we did the Sastasha dungeon, and then we finished Sastasha and pretty much all of the Aleport area. And we got back to Limsa, and they're like, hey, by the way, go to Gridania. So now we are in Gridania. We're going to go and do the next portion, which is speaking with Mother Mune. That's what I call her, Mune. But we're going to go talk to her in the Adventurers Guild, which is in the Carline Canopy. So we're going to head down the hill in a general this way direction. Down the hill here to go and talk to Mother Mune, who is the leader of the Adventurers Guild here in Gridania. And we're going to go and see what she has to say. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come to take your... Oh? Not here to dine? Dare I hope that you're the adventurer Vidarin sent word about? You are? Oh, the matron be praised. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Miyun, and the Carline Canopy is my place. With regard to the task in question, there's a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall be brief. And I shall brief you, rather. Because I don't think I can be brief when it comes to this, because it's a big deal, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I'll brief you. We've been collecting ether, but I get both this time, which is awesome. Ta-da! Level up. We are officially a level 25 Arcanist. We do have an ad break incoming. Why did it do that? I wonder. I changed my chat box. And I wonder why it did that. Let's do some testing. See, if we don't have scuff, it's not a raid, or it's not a stream. All right, I will have to change that because it is being silly. I can do it quickly, I hope. All right. Now I should be able to just go... Whoop. And hopefully that... That's much better. Okay. We tested it. We're good to go. Let's talk to the lady. Mune is waiting to brief you on your task. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Mune, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward? A good day to you too, Bow Lord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is, your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. My thanks for answering the call, friend. My name is Lewin, and I lead the men and women of the God's Quiver. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tamtara Deepcroft. The place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen skulking about the Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamid, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing. In anticipation of this, I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twelveswood, lest we be taken unawares. The situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the Lambs of Dalamud. Can we rely on you to undertake this task, friend? Mm-hmm. You have my gratitude. Once you've seen to your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you.
Quest accepted.
We get to go to the place. We get to go to the place and do all things. Speak with the quiverman at the entrance to the Tamtara Deepcroft. Deepcroft. Where is that, actually? Bent Branch, which means that we can go... What gate is this? The Blue Badger Gate. We can go out the Blue Badger Gate. Which I'm pretty sure was literally right behind us, but we're gonna just do this. Because it's a little bit easier to make sure. I just got a whisper. The person wants to know if I want to join their FC. Their FC is called All My Friends Are Dead. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I think I kind of want to go it alone for a little while, honestly. Just for a little while. Just because I feel like it. Maybe I'll make my own FC with blackjack and triple triad. Actually, forget the triple triad. That's the Bannock. We don't need to go to the Bannock. What I do need to do is go to Bent Branch, the little settlement, because for one thing, I can get the housing, and for another thing, raisins. I can attune. That's what I'm trying to say. I can attune myself to the aetherite so that I can get back. I don't suppose I could climb up this side over here, can I? Oh, look at that. Look at me, hopping. I swear that we Lalafell are just the hoppiest hoppers ever. Like, you want to hop, you pick a Lalafell, because they hop so high. Hello, Margaria. Margaria has information that may interest wealthy adventurers. Well, I'm not exactly wealthy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but are you not an adventurer? I've seen you running to and fro, face set in grim determination as adventurers are wont to do. Hence my presumption. If so, I've information which might interest you. Rumor has it that plots within the lavender beds are to be auctioned off. What's more, bidders need not even be Gridanian. Any old adventurer or wandering minstrel could, with sufficient funds, purchase the land and build their own home. Considering how discerning the elementals tend to be about who can and cannot reside within the Twelveswood, it is rather surprising, if not hard to believe. But if there is truth to these rumors, well, who hasn't dreamed of owning their own forest cottage? Perhaps with a small vegetable garden and a stable large enough for a chocobo or two. You know, should your travels take you to the Mirror Planks, where the ferry to the lavender beds is, perhaps you'll find a Twin Adder representative who can tell you more. I would be shocked if they weren't involved in such a monumental change in policy. All right, we'll go to the lavender beds. I went to the Gold Saucer, and I got the quest to talk to this lady, or gent, this person, about a race chocobo. Another one for the races, eh? Welcome, welcome. Once you've made your decision, I'll prepare the registration form you'll need to take back to the race counter. Lest you worry, our chocobos are all quality stock. They might not seem like much at first, being young and inexperienced, but give them a chance and they'll win your championship. Additional fledgling chocobo registration forms can be purchased from the feather trader at any time. Do we want a male or do we want a female? Let's do a girl chocobo. Casting a curious glance in your direction, Catering is poised to ask you a question. You're still here? I reckoned you'd have run off by now, being eager to try your hand at the races and whatnot. Well, in case you've forgotten, I'll reiterate. You need to deliver that form to the race counter in the Gold Saucer. Only then will you be allowed to enter sanctioned chocobo races. Okay, well, we'll go enter that at a later time. For now, let's talk to this guy, Kukuvachi. Not my wind-up airship, Kukuvachi. An Uldan merchant by the name of Kukuvachi seeks an adventurer to make some inquiries on his behalf. You there, adventurer. Yes, you will suffice. I have a job I need performed, and I'm willing to pay the going rate. Trifling task, really. I simply need you to ask the locals here at Bent Branch Meadows what the head wrangler covets most in all the world. This is a private matter, lest you doubt, so be sure to inquire discreetly. And please, for the love of Null, do not reveal that you are in my employ. In fact, it would be best if my name wasn't mentioned at all. Well, that doesn't sound, that sounds a little sus right there. What does Keitha covet most? Why would you wish to know some... Wait a minute. That old Don merchant put you up to this, didn't he? He's wasting his time with that approach. The man is serious about owning a chocobo. He would be better served by convincing Keitha of his intent to provide the bird with the proper care and attention. All right, they're on the other side of this. Up. Greetings. Keitha? The only thing Keitha wants is for her birds to be happy. If she cares for anything besides the well-being of the chocobos, then I've not heard of it. All right. Take good care of your chocobo. That's the vibe I'm getting here. Chocobos are family. Hello, Bernard. What's this about Miss Keitha? You looking to stir up trouble, son? If you think some shiny trinket will move her heart, then you don't know her like that is, Miss Keitha is only interested in her birds. Listen here, adventurer. If your actions cause her any distress, the wood whalers will come down on you so hard your boots will leak blood. You got that? Holy shit, dude. That was intense. That guy right there was intense. All right, here we go. Hello. Well, do you plan to keep me in suspense? I must have a chocobo for my very... What's this? They told you nothing of her material desires? Ugh, the stubbornness of these Gridanians is infuriating. And I should have known better than to hire a buffoon for such delicate work. Hey, watch it, buddy. To think the amount of gil I have wasted on this fruitless venture. Oh, cease your mewling. I promised you a reward, and a reward you shall have. Now leave me to my misfortune. Okay. Yeah, give me that. Give me that elegant bronze piece worth a whole 100 gil. What's up? What's happening, Lucalo? Lucalo at Bent Branch Meadows wishes you to procure fence building materials from Diormites. Greetings, sir. You have the distinct air of an adventurer. Might I trouble you for some assistance? In recent days, a heartless cat has been sneaking into the ranch to scare our chocobos. Poor birds are in a state of constant unease, wondering when the next fright will come. It is my hope that extending the fencing will help to keep the intruder out. To that end, could I ask you to procure some strands of diorite web? They make for a surprisingly sturdy construction material. You should be able to obtain the web from the diormites themselves. There are usually a few to be found roaming the lands around the ranch. 6 strands should be sufficient. Okay, let's go get some strands. I'm really hoping that by getting these strands and stuff that it gets me to the point where I can get my own chocobo because I'm getting tired of running. If I'm being quite honest. I've been spoiled by having mounts and being able to fly, let alone just run. So, please, oh please. Whoops. I forgot to summon my thing. And welcome back from the ads, everyone. It is good to see you back. We're doing some super awesome dynamite stuff. There we go. Getting some silk. Do I have an... Oh, I guess we're doing another one. There we go. What do we got? Did we do it? We did. We got all the silks that we need. I'm gonna have to take care of my royal rumblings before the event's over. Because if I don't, I'll miss out on that. So we might take another trip to the Gold Saucer since I have the ticket for the Chocobo. The race one. Ah, you've returned. Tell me, were you able to procure the dynamite web I requested? I was. Here, have 6 balls of webs. Yes, yes, this will do nicely. These are perfect for binding posts together. Were I still in Ishgard, I would never have entertained the notion of using such a bizarre material in this manner. Oh, did I not mention I was from Ishgard? Well, Gridania is, in actual fact, my second home. My native land was once famous for its chocobo stables. No man in Eorzea could speak of the creatures without his thoughts turning naturally to Ishgard. Sadly, however, that time has passed. I left my homeland to accept employment here at the ranch, instructing others in the methods of chocobo husbandry. Yet I've found that it is often I who am the recipient of others' instruction, and on a great many matters. Truly, one can never know what life may hold in store. That is true. Well, no chocobo quest yet. I'll get there eventually. I'm gonna head in a general this way direction because this is the way to the Deep Croft as well as to the lavender beds. So we'll go and hit up this side of stuff. There are quite a few quests, little side quests to do in this particular zone, so I might do some of those too. I'll at least pick this one up since it's on the way. It's from Finia. Finia has work for a meddlesome adventurer. Ooh, I'm meddlesome now. Another God's damned adventurer, desperate to stick his nose in everyone's business, is it? Then seek out the groundskeeper of the Tamtara Deepcroft. You'll find him in a shack just outside the entrance, as the hermit is all too happy to live close to his work. When I last patrolled that area, I could hear him swearing inside his shack from the road. I know not what vexes the man, but I suspect he'll welcome your presence more than I. Well, aren't you just a bright ray of sunshine there, my friend? And then I have these two little quests here. Hello, Emblem. Emblem. Good evening to you, sir. What can I... Ah, you wish to know about the auctions. Well, very well. Allow me to explain. There is a growing concern that our immigration policies may have been a bit restrictive in the past. And so, the Seedseer Council and the Order of the Twin Adder have, with the blessing of the elementals, decreed that the lavender beds shall be set aside for adventurers. Adventurers who possess the necessary funds to purchase and maintain their estate, that is. Should you look upon the beds with your own eyes, though, I think you'll agree that it's well worth the price. Have a word with the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you across. A recruit stationed at the pier can tell you more about the beds once you've arrived. To proceed with the quest, where the heart is lavender beds, you may visit any residential ward within the lavender beds. All right. Hello, ferry skipper. This ferry is bound for the lavender beds. Will you be traveling with us? Yes, indeedy do. Let's just go to the first ward. Yes. All right. Now, I am not going to lie. The lavender beds is probably my favorite of all of the residential districts. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the lavender beds. Oh, you come at the behest of a Gridanian woman? I regret to inform you that these plots are reserved for adventurers. Your friend will not be permitted to take part in the auctions. You, on the other hand, would be more than welcome to participate. Should you have in mind to purchase a plot yourself, pray speak with the resident caretaker. He can guide you through the process. Well, I am not in the market right now. Let's leave the residential district. Yeah, I'm not in the market right now. I could afford probably one lavender bush right now. Let's see here. Walthuf, a local at the mirror planks, wants you to help deliver goods that have been unloaded at the pier. Ah, perfect. You're just in time to help deliver some goods that arrived not moments ago. Allow me to double check my manifest. Now listen carefully. Take the suit of plate mail to Darrenmert. He's the guard you see right over there. The Moontui beans belong to Kylie, and the smoked crayfish balls to my friend Bertha here. That's it for this load. A strapping adventurer like you should barely work up a sweat, am I right? The cargo you're looking for hasn't moved since they unloaded it at the end of the pier. Much obliged. All right, well, let's grab some stuff. The plate mail. And the beans. And the crayfish balls. How big would those be, by the way? Crayfish balls. These are the moon tui beans? Praise the matron. It's my job to pick up provisions from the pier and deliver them to the settlements in the area, but I couldn't leave without the beans. Now I can finish loading up my cart and be on my way. Thank you for your help. Oh, you're welcome. You're so kind. 1, 2, 3. No, this won't do it all. I'm sure I heard Waltham mention the shipment had Oh, why, thank you very much. It would have been a short afternoon of fishing if the bait hadn't arrived. It still makes me wonder, it makes me wonder how big crayfish balls actually are. I would think kind of small, because crayfish aren't very big. You have something for me? I have new armor for you, bro. Oof, what is... Ah, my new plate mail. And that... And what would a wood whaler want with metal armor, you ask? Let's just say that after a number of engagements with Garley and heavy infantry, my mind has been opened to the protections such steel encasements can provide. He's gonna encase himself in steel. All right. All done? Excellent work. Swift and sure. Adventurers are such handy individuals to have around. If we leave cargo piled up on the pier, the next crew has no room to unload their shipment, you see. It can be back-breaking work, but someone has to do it. Well, I'm glad I could oblige you. These are elegant tin pieces, and they're only worth 25 gil. What else, Walthif? Walthif, a resident of the Mirror Planks, is seeking someone to assist him in his work. Can I interest you in another job? This one will ask a little more of your skills, I promise. What I need is for you to swat some of those hornet swarms you see buzzing about the place and collect their husks. About 4 bags worth should be enough. Huh? What am I going to do with a pile of dead Vilekin? Well, the sooner you give them to me, the sooner you'll find out. That is fair. What about you, Bertha? What do you got? Bertha, a local at the Mirror Planks, is looking for someone to retrieve her fishing rod from Lilystone. You seem a capable sort. Would you mind running over to Lilystone and retrieving my favorite fishing rod for me? I was happily dropping a line into the water, you see, when I suddenly noticed some ghostly sphere of fire bearing down upon me from behind. In a blind panic, I twisted around and flung my rod at the apparition before fleeing back here to the planks. I dimly remember the rod passing straight through those unnatural flames and hitting the side of the tent I set up for afternoon naps. It's probably still there, but I can't bring myself to... you'll go in my stead? Oh, thank you. You're very welcome. Of course, I will go for you. Because I am kind. I collected hornet husks. 1 group. Two groups. Hornet husks. We're killing some hornets for the husks. Yeah. Dum 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 dum. All right, we got some hornet husks. What else we got? I also got some pots of honey, it says. I'm a high enough level that even the arbor buzzards aren't attacking me. So that's kind of nice. Nice little fire. A well-worn fishing rod. Retrieved. Now, I'm tired of running, so I'm going to sprint, because that's an oxymoron. So, I'm just going to run, run, run. Run, 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 run. We are running. We are running. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Running. You have the husks? Good, good. Hand them over then. Here you go. Ah, these are perfect. Hope they didn't sting you too terribly. Now, all we do is take some bottles of liquor and squeeze these beauties inside like so, and there we have it, a fresh batch of my special sting brew. The ranchers of Bent Branch Meadows put in an order for a bottle quite some time ago, but gathering those husks is always such a chore. Ahem. Speaking of chores, would you mind taking this to them as soon as you're able? The lass you're after goes by the name of Margot. Give her the sting brew along with my regards. Oh, and apologize for the delay, would you? Did you find my fishing rod? Yes, of course I found your fishing rod because I am a awesome adventurer. Yes, this is it. Thank Nafika you came along. I can't fish with anything else. The Vilekin and such around here pose no threat to me, but those flames, I've never seen the like. I wonder if I'll ever build up the courage to fish at Lilystone again. Well, hopefully you will eventually. I am not a disciple of war, so I cannot wear that. I am 6 or more levels higher than that fate. All right, we got you. Good to see you again, friend. Did you learn anything about the lavender beds? Oh, adventures only? Is that so? Well, these are trying times, and it's more important than ever for Gridania to attract capable individuals like yourself. I'm sure that one day my dreams will come to fruition. One day I'll have my own cottage and stables filled with my beloved chocobos. Sorry, my friend. The Lavender Beds Aethernet is now available. The residential district Aethernet for the Lavender Beds can be assessed through the Gridanian Aetherite. Excellent. All right. Here you go, Margot. Yes, I'm Margot. How might I? Ah, the sting brew at last. I'm aware of what must be done to acquire this, and I'm most grateful to you. Few folks are willing to run towards a swarm of wrathful hornets. Ordinarily, this liquor is drunk for the unique and not altogether unpleasant stinging sensation it causes on one's tongue. It is, however, also an indispensable tool for repelling insects. We sprinkle it over the fields where the Geschel greens are planted. Thanks to you, the crops will be untouched by pests this year. I hope one of our well-fed chocobos can return the favor by serving you as a mount someday. Oh, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. We're running along toward all the things, which happen to be in a general this way direction this time. Running along to talk to the guy in the place. Hello, Balar. After a bit of work, are you? Aye, well, I've a task what needs doing. Take these Nimia lilies and leave 'em at the top of each barrow. You've doubtless seen the bones returned to life by foul magic shambling around and harassing their surviving comrades. It hurts my soul to see it, Adventure. I cannot abide such blasphemy. 'Tis me hope that these lilies soothe their spirits and help 'em return to the matron's bosom. Let me see when you've finished. Oh, see me when you've finished. I'd love to see you, but the allergies in my eyeballs, they're making them water. Oof. Hey, look. It's Dolores Bear. We saw these guys. We saw these guys in Limsa Limonza, remember? Hey, look, skeletons. All the skeletons, too. Check that out. Dum 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 da dum da dum. Dum 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 da dum da dum. What's up, God's quiver bow? You're Tinkyo, I take it. Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bow Lord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deepcroft and purge it of the lands of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the Calamity put an end to the Sixth Astral Era. The cultists took the Lesser Moon, Dalamud, for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say, everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deepcroft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. Okay. Tam Terra Deepcroft now accessible. Let us... Hey, we can queue for a leveling dungeon now. We're going to specifically join just for the Deepcroft, though. I need to do it over the Barrows. I don't know. They look like they're up. That other one had a big giant purple ring about it, so I thought it might be good to do that one last. Usually they have big purple rings around them when there's a bad guy or something that you have to fight. Oh, look at that. Little glowing thingies. They were glowering glowflies. Alright, we put all the lilies. All the lilies. Hey, what's up? I did the thing. You've done holy work this morn, lad. I cannot fathom what could drive the dead to rise up and seek to do us harm, but I pray that this helps put an end to it. May the matron watch over and keep you safe. Aren't these people just the nicest? Everybody just blessing you. Okay, we can go to the gold saucer now. Because we're in queue for this part. So, main story quest is dependent on the dungeon. Doop, 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 doop. Gonna go to Chocobo Square. Da-da-da-da-da. Our promising new jockey returns, bearing his fledgling Chocobo's registration form, I trust. But of course, one so keen to join the ranks of honored champions would not be so foolish as to misplace essential documentation. Our race Chocobo trainer is responsible for registering new fledglings. Present your form to her and she will guide you through the process. And when that final bureaucratic hurdle hath been surmounted, return to me and I shall arrange your debut. Participate in Chocobo races. First speak with the race Chocobo trainer to register your fledgling. Afterwards, speak with the registrar again to register for the training course, to learn the fundamentals of Chocobo racing. Oh, I can't do it while I'm in a duty. Okay. Well, that's fine. We can come and do the Chocobo thingy later. I need to go to the entrance in Card Square, because I want to know why I can't. Let's go to the... Oh, I probably can't do that because I'm in a thing, but let's try it anyway. Oof, that looks tricky. Oh, look! We'll do this and then we'll come back. It probably won't be going by the time we get back, but that's okay. I don't know if I like the idea of having a giant purple floaty orb of death. They had forgotten to put their tank stance on to begin with. That's why I had aggro. We got Freya Faye, Leah Blank, Kale Agniva, and me. Dum 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 dum. I really enjoy doing the dungeons, especially with other people. Instead of the new way that they have it where you can do it with NPCs. It's just more fun to do it with people. Hey, somebody leveled up. I like it when people level up. I say that about people and their birthdays. I always tell people that when they have a birthday, it's because they leveled up. I always think that's a nice way to say it. Oh, this one, the Faux Strikers, that's a really cool looking set. I like that a lot. I cannot wear it because I am not a Disciple of War, but it's still cool. These feel like they're dying really slow today. There's nothing wrong with that, but it just feels funny. And I don't know if it's just because I'm a low level or if maybe there's more than one. But it just feels slow. We've got our Yarzons defeated. This tank's actually doing really well. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little concerned at first. But they're doing really well now. The thing that's hard about tanking, especially like when you're doing it for dungeons like roulettes and stuff, is that the super low level ones like turn off your tank stance. And I feel like you go into those and instead of having it on like you went in, it turns it off. But higher level ones, I don't think do that. I clicked on the thing as quick as I could. I was like, click, click, click. All right, Acolyte's robe. I need that.
Who summons me from the void to reside within the crude vessel?
Oh, they didn't even wait for me. That part was lame.
To crush your enemies too.
Yay! We did it! We did it. We did it. I think I got that commendation off in time. Okay, and now I need to report to Mother Miyun when we're done. Yep, we missed the event, but that's okay. It really wasn't that important. I cannot talk to this person. I don't know why. I wonder if I missed it. Well, I will look it up after. I might have missed it. The event might be over. You know what? I'll be able to find out really quick if the event is over. Welcome, Card Square. I don't want to do either of those. I will be able to tell you right away. We're going to go back to New Granada because I have to talk to Mother Mion anyway. And while I'm there, I'll stop by the Maketo Amphitheater. And if it's not decked out in... if it's not decked out in cactuars, I will know. There are no more cactuars, which means that I missed the event, which is fine because I'm not a huge fan of the gold saucer anyway. But it just means that now I can just abandon this one because I can't do it. So to the Aetherite Plaza. Now we'll go down the hill, because we're going to go and talk to Mother Miyun. And then I should probably go to Limsa to do the Arcanist quest, the level 25 Arcanist quest, because we are at that point. Welcome back, Tinkyo. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the Deep Croft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less, but Darren's ringing endorsement left me in little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. Aver's gone, and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he'd still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish my spell. That is a thing that happens all the time. My feelings are with Edda on this one. Not gonna lie. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Bah, to the house with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye, and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. It is very cruel. How dare you? Oh, and by the way, some parting advice. Get rid of Aver's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it, but for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, all right? Well, wait. Don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry, Aver. Please forgive me. Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes 12 times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience. I can send men like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much, at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ul'dah. I know, poor thing, poor Ada. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in the task, say the word, and I'll be glad to share the details with you. Yeah, that scene, like, the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, that's a little harsh. But, like, after having played for a while and being in the situation of a healer where people are like, what's wrong with you? Why can't you heal? And it's like, well, if you didn't run out of range, yeah, no, like, I feel for her. Because people do that. Tanks especially. That's the irritating part. Tanks especially will run out of range. They'll hit sprint and they'll run. And in some places like the vault, they run around corners. And it's not just like one corner where I can just kind of scoot out enough to be able to pop the heal off. No, that one has corners where you go like around a corner and then through a doorway. And if you are not like right with them, you you can't heal them because you can't see them. Anyway, I love being a healer. Healing is my favorite. It's so the struggles are real. It's not just Edda, it's me too. Mion has information on a new task. So, you're not averse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you arrive, seek out Mamodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now off you go, Tinkyo, and good luck. Okay, off we go to Limsa. And then to Ul'dah. We're going to do the level 25 Arcanist quest first. Welcome back from the ads, everyone. Welcome back. I was having a whole big rant about poor Ada and her whole thing. Because that whole thing is just sad. And healing is my favorite. So that whole part about if he just wouldn't have run out of range. Yeah. Preach it, girl. That's what I gotta say. Acting Guildmaster Thyberm would have your assistance in tracking down a certain someone. Have you come to ask about Kylia's condition? The Foreseer is unchanged. She walks about as if all the joy in life has been leached from her soul. I believe the only one who can help her now is the same person who broke Kylia out of her shell the first time, our absent Guildmaster. And though I am leery of the coincidence, the man himself has at long last been spotted. Should you seek out his last known location, it is unlikely he will still be there, and even should you catch him, he might not deign to speak with you. Nevertheless, this may be our only chance. Pray travel to Memorin's trading post in Upper Lanasha and speak with anyone who might have seen the Guildmaster. Oh, and one more thing. Though he prefers us not to use it for some inexplicable reason, our leader's name is Creed Tia. So I know the answer to that. I know it already because I've already done these quests before, but you know what? It is what it is. We have to go to Mimmeroon's trading post. And I'm trying to think of how to get there because I don't think we have been to all the places. Because I think I have to get there from Valgard Float, I think. That's Aleport. Oh, Camp Bronze Lake. I was close. Falgard Float, I think, is in the Shroud. Regardless. Okay, I need to go... Teleport. Do 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 do. Oh, I can't mount. That's right. I just whined. I did just whine. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for that Chocobo quest to pop up. Hey, look at that. Hey, I can triple triad with this person. But I also have this. Gegaroon of Mimiroon's trading post has deliveries that need be made. Gurgaroon has good goods. Good goods need delivery, but Gurgaroon busy. Too busy. Have hot box lunch. Kikirn hot box lunch. Lunch for Tangatonga and Thalos. You take for Gegaroon. I don't know where Thalos is. Oh, right there. Okay. Okay, I'll do that in a second. Let me take this. I'm gonna take it to the place with the stuff and the things. Hello, Tangatonga. Leave me be. I'm too hungry to continue my research, let alone receive visitors. Well, guess what? I brought you a sandwich. This is a Kikirn hotbox lunch from Memorin's trading post. How did you? Thank you, friend. At last, I'll be able to hear myself think over the growling in my stomach. I was so eager to come study the fossils, I never gave any thought to how I'd take my meals. I've neither the time nor the materials to cook on my own, so the trading post has been a godsend. I'm always happy to be on the receiving end of a nice hot box lunch. Hey, check that out. Some cotton gas skins that are actually better than what I have on. Tangatonga seeks help excavating fossils at Thalos. I know it's no easy thing making our way out to where I am. I could use someone like you around here. How would you like to aid my excavation? I do what I can on my own, but I need someone to be brave the more dangerous places, such as atop the bones themselves. Set out in my place and see what fossils there are to be found. If possible, I would prefer a variety of specimens. What is this that we're doing? Oh, we're protecting the grain hampers. I don't feel like doing that right now. I need to go up and collect some specimens. Hey, I got my AoE stuff. There we go. Alrighty. It's like a giant turtle or something. Oh, it's a dragon, maybe. Because look at that mouth. I've never actually looked at these fossils. Can you believe that? I've played this game for a long time, and I've never once looked to see what kind of an animal this is. And I'm pretty sure it's a dragon. That's cool. Oh, come on. There we go. See, I told you Lalafell are the best because they're the good hoppers. You want a good hopper, you pick a Lalafell. What happened to that? I just saw it glittering. Maybe it was the same kind of fossil. I could have sworn I just saw one that was glowing. Oh well. I think I'm gonna have to go back around for this one, though, to get back up there. Oh, and now it won't let me off. Let me off! Let me off! Let me down! I'm the world's best hopper. I won't hurt myself, I promise. Ugh. There we go, finally. Alright, we're going back up to the top. Back up to the top. Do 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 do. Going back to the top of the thing. Going back to the top of the thing. To get some more fossils and stuff. From the top of the thing, it's a must do. We're going to the top of the thing. To get some other things. There we go. Here's an oblong fossil part 1. And an oblong fossil part 2. And now we'll hop down. Now, why would they let me jump off there? But they wouldn't let me jump off in a place that was much lower and into water. I mean, look at that, right? Jumping from there into the water, which is swim deep. And then they let me jump off over here and break my legs. Luckily, we heal quickly in this game. Hello, Tangatonga. Found something, have you? Come, let's have a look. I have two oblong and a round. Ah, yes, these are fine specimens. These long, narrow bones likely belong to some sort of giant sea creature devoured by Thalos. From the looks of it, I'd say it was about the size of an adult gobu, all told. And this round fossil, well, I've developed a theory that it is the shell of a parasitic organism. I have found countless others like it, concentrated near the remains. These are good finds, my friend. Both are testaments to the sheer enormity of Thalos. Ah, forgive me. We scholars tend to assume all know as much of our subject matter as we do. Do you know the tale of Thalos? It is said that Limlane summoned the massive serpent upon the primordial dry and formed its belly, and from its belly spewed forth the waters which became the seas. We have no proof the remains that lie here are the Thalos. Indeed, whatever beast this was first came to be called that by virtue of its size alone. But I, for one, now dare to believe. It just may be that these bones are those of the divine serpent that brought life into this world. Well, wouldn't that be a something, huh? The hat is better than that hat I'm currently wearing. I am going to switch my gear once I can do the glamour dresser. And I cannot do the glamour dresser yet. So, hello, witness. Evening, sir. I was the one who sent word to your guild about spotting your leader. It's a rare sight. It's a right rare sight to see Caritia roaming about. He asked me the way to Thalos. Could be he was seeking to speak with the scholar who lives out there. Oh, okay, so I gotta go bother Tangatonga again. That's my own fault, because I should have picked that quest up to begin with, but I did not. So I have to bother the poor researcher again. That's all right. Hello there. Why, yes, I did receive a visit from a gentleman identifying himself as the Arcanist's guild master. An odd fellow, but obviously possessed of a well-rounded education. As it so happens, he bid me pass on a message to anyone who came searching for him. Ahem. Reunited, 3 slips of parchment hold the problem to the solution. The guildmaster mentioned that the slips of parchment are concealed among the bones of Thalos. I suppose you are expected to search for them. All right, let's go up here with the bones again. With the bones again. Going up here with the bones again. Gonna look for a piece of papers for my friend. They should be up here with the bones again. Okay, anyway. Yes, I did just make that up on the spot by myself. Look out now. We got one slip of paper. We've got... There's another one. Oh no! Oh no! Gee, what shall I do? Two. Is that an invisible wall? Are you serious? Okay. Well... Aha, made it. Oh no, a kobold footman. Whatever will I do? Oh dear, what a shame. All right, we got that. Now we have 3 hidden parchments. Deliver the parchments to Tanga Tonga. Okay. On the road again. Got my parchment from the bones again. Gonna run 'em to my Lalafellan friend. Oh, I'm making myself laugh. I love it. I cracked myself up. I'm gonna have to highlight this one specifically because there's a lot of funny things I've come up with that I don't have anyone to clip. So I'm gonna have to highlight this one specifically. Interesting. They actually exist. To be perfectly honest, I thought you had been sent on a wild dodo chase. Let's have a look at these, shall we? Well, well, penned in ancient Allegan, no less. Fortunately for you, I have a passing familiarity with the script. Seek the box at Fool's Falls, dance a jig for your wooden audience, and claim the secret from the opened heart. A most cryptic set of instructions, I must say. Do you intend to follow them? This guildmaster of yours certainly enjoys his games. Okay, so we'll dance before the old wooden box at Fool's Falls. Well, where is... Okay, there's Fool's Falls. Look at me swim. Old wooden box. Slash dance. Dancing spratly for the wooden box. The box rattles and thumps about, as if something within seeks to be freed. It appears the lid has been loosened somewhat. Oh no. Oh no. Whatever shall I do? I don't want to do it too much or I'll get the curls after me. Oof. I managed not to die. I find a slip of parchment inside the box. If there are answers you would seek, then go to the trading post. Then to the trading post now go, before the owner be not meek. With your 2 feet, provide a show. Okay, so I'm gonna go swim this way. Here I go, we're swimming in the little river. Hoping not to get eaten by a giant curl. Walking up the wood thing to the place up here. Hoping that the guild master will soon appear. See, this thing, one of these, you have to kill for... Yeah. Not really feeling it, if I'm being honest. You can get cool stuff by doing the fates. Like, I think they give the little gems or whatever. And there are some items, like some housing items and things that you can only get with bicolor gems. I just don't feel like going and doing them. Funny Mikote dance funny dance. You dance funny dance too? Yes, I do actually. Check out my dancing dance. Ah, now that was most entertaining. I must have something to amuse me during these little jaunts back to civilization, you understand? Based on my evaluation of your abilities, however, I calculated that you would arrive at this point somewhat earlier. You balked at the dancing, didn't you? I never expected you to be so shy. Another variable to add to your list of characteristics. I keep extensive mental notes of all the guild's members, you see. As an arcanist, it was a simple matter to engineer events so that I might meet you face to face. After all, strategy is a tool used to manipulate one's situation into the desired reality. And I do so enjoy seeing others dance in the palm of my hand, as it were. Here, you may have this. Think of it as payment for your performance. This book is bigger than I am, dude. Though you might consider passing the tome on to Kalia. That is the reason you sought me out, was it not? Before you give Kalia the grimoire, however, I must insist that you dance for her. If you know, I will know if you don't. This banal interaction has simply exhausted me. It is time I returned to my studies. You, on the other hand, should travel forthwith to the anchor yard in Limsa Liminza. Be well, Tinkio. We shall meet again. I am 100% certain of it. Alrighty. Let's go back to Limsa Liminza. Yes. Actually, no. No. I do not want to go back. I want to go on the boat. I want to go on the boat. Hello, ferry skipper. I want to go on your boat. Yes, I want to go to the trading post because I want to attune at that aetherite. I don't want to have to try and run back. That would be silly if I did not attune at this aetherite. I am just saying. I like this quest name, by the way. It's called Grimoire Fandango. A fandango is a dance. It's a type of dance that you can learn for like ballroom dancing and stuff. So the fact that you had to learn the fandango, or do the fandango rather, that's funny to me. Dum 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 da dum 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 da dum dum dum. Hello, Chocobo Keep. It's the same. Hey, you want to ride? Oh wait, I don't know you. Let me put you on the list. Okay, now I will go back to Limsa Liminza. And I gotta go to the anchor yard. Okay, so aft castle. Gonna go to the aft castle, then we're gonna go through here. Were you always one for dancing? I don't recall any such Hey. You have met with Guildmaster, haven't you? Yes. That would explain your odd behavior. He does so enjoy seeing people perform unexpected acts of frivolity. But what could have spurred your recent Guildmaster to... What could have spurred our reticent Guildmaster to speak with you in person? A book. A thingy just for you. He gave you this grimoire to give to me? Uncanny. It is identical to the tome I received the first time I ever met our leader. Yeah, my thanks, Tinkio. The guildmaster is fond of games and mischief, and I understand the troublesome trials he likely put you through before deeming you worthy of his attention. With this gift, however, his message to me is abundantly clear. I am to shape reality into the one I desire. And that means defeating Dazmaga. Gods, my mind is alive again with strategies. I must have time to think. Pray, inform Mistress Thyburn of my return to duty. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, I've given up completely on saying her name. I cannot say that name to save my life. So, she shall forevermore be known as Thyburn. Hop. Hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop. Claire's recovered from her despondency. This is wonderful news, and we have you to thank for it. It is unfortunate, however, that both Kalaya and our guildmaster are possessed of such impenetrable personalities. But at least the case of the but at least in the case of the Foreseer, we have an inkling as to the nature of the cage that imprisons her. I continue to hope that her partnership with you shall gradually pry those bars apart. Returning to your training, Tinkyo. Return. Gosh, I am done reading tonight, apparently. Return to your training, Tinkyo, and prepare yourself for the demanding tactics Kalia is sure to formulate in the days ahead. All right, what have we got? Okay. Should I do... Ooh, these shoes. That's a big upgrade for the shoes. What about for the gloves? It's the same. I think I'm going to go with the shoes, though. All right, so we have completed that quest. We are now stuck until level 30, which is in 3 levels. And they want us to go to Ul'dah, so let's go to Ul'dah so we could speak with Mamodi. Mamodi Modi. Okay. Off to the Adventurers Guild. Hey, I didn't know you could challenge Wyman to triple triad. Now I want to try it. Take a short pit stop here. Not to brag, but I've made a point to being better and good at triple triad. Lets me get close to the juiciest sources of gossip, you see. Well, let's just try it and see what happens. I'll use my recommended deck because I don't have any other choice. Oh god, I have to go first. Mm. Oof. I do not have very good cards at all. Shoot. Oof. I did not win that at all. That's all right. Once I get more cards. I did not have any good cards. Hello, Momodi. Welcome to the quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Judging by your determined expression, I take it you aren't here for ale. You're called Tinkio. Are you called Tinkio by any chance? Yes, I am. Miyun sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to me prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Yes, let's. Momodi is waiting to brief you on your task. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. Gods almighty, another second under that sun, and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Excellent timing, Papashan. It just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. So this strapping young lad is the much-lauded adventurer, is he? Marvelous, marvelous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, good sir. I am Papashan, formerly of the Sultan Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Mayhap you'd like to apprise Tinkio of his mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Hecton Cherries. Fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Thorn Dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorn Dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Hecton cherries, to work their mines. By way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But, as is oft the way of such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the giants, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rise in demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think those poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Okay. Gods bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell mines are in Western Thanalan. Do take care, you hear? Ah, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amagina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. Fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. All right, talk to Painted Mesa. Hey, Painted Mesa. Got a cloth on your face, sir. Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him.
So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, mate. I hope you've got skills to go with them, 'cause things ain't pretty down there. The giants have left the place in a right state, and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second Old Dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches are keeping watch over the entrance, in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck. Okay, we gotta go to Western Thanalan. Western Thanalan. I think we can get to Western Thanalan by going in general this way direction. We're gonna go to Horizon, I think. I think Horizon's gonna be where we're gonna go. Can I get to Horizon? No. Alright, so we're gonna Western Thanalan. There we go. 8th net, Western Thanalan. Gate of the Sultana. We are going on the way. Does this one dump me out? Yeah, this one dumps me out at the bottom of the hill here. At the bottom of the hill here is the quest to unlock the goblet, which is the residential district for Ula. And we got cute little cactars. Hello, cactar. It's taller than me. Look at that. I am smaller than a cactar. But look at this ladybug. I think I showed this before, but look how it's so cute. I have a ladybug. It's my mount. I could ride this ladybug. I could ride this ladybug easily. I mean, hell, the cactar could just pick me up and just carry me, and it would be fine. All right, we got some. Hello, Immy. Home is where the heart is.
Have you heard the news about the goblet? All that quality land so desperately coveted is to be auctioned off to bidders regardless of their origins. Even adventurers have the right to participate. Just imagine the entire area could end up owned by wealthy foreign... Oh, I beg your pardon, sir. It isn't that I dislike adventurers, far from it. But when you consider that Ul'dah is still struggling to accommodate countless refugees, the idea that this land is being sold for profit is not surprising whatsoever, come to think of it. Still, the least they could do is give preferential treatment to hardworking old dons like me. I've been saving for years, just waiting for an opportunity like this to come along. Say, you wouldn't happen to be curious as well, would you? About the goblet? My hands are full here, but if you have a moment to head that way, and look into this auction business on my behalf, I'd be so grateful. There's bound to be an Immortal Flames representative by the gates of, or in the goblet, who can explain what's going on. This wouldn't happen without General Raubon's approval. That much I'm sure. Okay, we're gonna go unlock. Gonna go unlock the goblet because... Now, I have noticed in all the places that I play that the goblet tends to be the one residential district that has the most open housing. Heard about the auctions, have you? You're not the first to approach me this morning. Aye, 'tis true. In an effort to encourage immigration to our great nation, all lands within the goblet are to be set aside for adventurers like yourself. Tragic, some might say, that only adventurers will be permitted to settle within its wards, but such decisions were made by wiser men than I. A beautiful place, the goblet. A man-made oasis built atop a towering butte. Ah, but why bother explaining when you can see it for yourself? Just head through these gates and follow the road. If you wish to know more about the goblet, speak to the recruit stationed just past the entrance. He will be happy to assist you. You can go to any ward. Okay. We will go to the first ward. Because why not? Like I was saying, it's the one that usually has the most plots open and the most apartments open. It's really pretty. Like, the Goblet is a very, very pretty housing district. I think the problem, though, is the insides of the house. The pillars for the Goblet, I think, are the biggest pillars there are, and they're not the prettiest pillars. So sometimes it's hard to build around those. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the Goblet. Beg your pardon? An old Dawn woman asked you to learn more about the auctions? Oh dear, as you may have heard, these plots are reserved exclusively for adventurers. Since your friend is an Aldan citizen, she is ineligible to participate. Should you yourself have a mind to purchase a plot, pray speak with the resident caretaker. He can guide you through the process. I'm gonna go show you what I mean. I'm gonna see if I can find... See this right here? There's no check mark here. That means that there's still apartments available in this apartment building. I'm gonna see if anyone has their doors open. Sabine Sunt has a room. Let's go. Look. Let's see if they have a message book. Oh, wow. Look at this. They do have a message book. I'll leave a message on the way out. But look at this. Wow, they did a really... I like what they did with that. That's super cool. This is a... it's a bed. And... so the pillow here is like the pillow that you would sleep your head on. And it's got the bookshelf and stuff. And then, it looks like they took a Glade bench and made it into like a table. This is like a bar. I like that. Oh, and they made the window out of the Phasmascape. That one is a, Ruby C1, I think. I think this is a club. I think this is I think this might be someone's. Oh, look at that. I like what they did with those soul stones. I think it might be a like a little dance club thing. What's in here? Oh, the bathroom. Hey, look, they made a toilet. I love it. What did they use? We've got, looks like a Lalafellan step and an Oasis stool, maybe? What did they do for the back, though? What is that basket? I don't know what that basket is. This top part here is a table. I think it's the walnut. Might be the walnut end table or something like that. That they did, but I don't know what the wicker is though. I haven't seen that one, or at least it's not popping into my head what that is. But it's really pretty. That is a cool looking toilet that they made. And then here's their bar. This part here is a guild leaf counter. That's what this piece is. And then potions rack up here. And then, oh, look at that. I jumped. What did I jump onto? Anyway, I didn't mean to like break their house. But that one's a potion thing, and then this one's a bar rack, and then that's a liquor bookcase. A liquor display shelf. And then that light's cool. I kind of don't like how it spins though, because it's making me a little bit dizzy, but that's just me personally. I love it. That's really cool. I'm going to leave a message in their message book because I came and looked. There's no greeting. Newly renovated bathroom facilities. All of them are saying I couldn't find the bathroom. I loved the bathroom. I'm complimenting their toilet because it was amazing. Whole place is beautiful. There we go. There we go. There. Now it's sparkling because I left them a message. So hopefully that person comes back and sees their super awesome message book note. All right. That is... I don't know where I'm going. Okay. I figured it out. Up. Leave. Because we have to go give the bad news to the lady. Look at it. Look at it. Dance. Do the dance. I need to get some dances. There's a few little emotes that I would like to buy off the online store. You've returned. Tell me, what have you learned from the auctions? What do you mean it's reserved exclusively for adventurers? I mean, sure, times are tough and every nation is scrambling to attract formidable fighters. But what about my needs? What about my 40 acres and a chocobo? Bah, it's just not fair. Well, you know, you could always just say you're an adventurer. The residential district aetheryte for the goblet can be accessed through the Old On aetheryte. Like, seriously, you could just, you know, put on a sword and say you're an adventurer. Nobody would know. They're worried about the condition of her chocobo. You there, yes you. You are an adventurer, are you not? You travel about Eorzea slaying beasts and finding treasure, that sort of thing? I've need of help. I must travel to Horizon where my cargo awaits, but my chocobo slugger won't move an ilm. I've tried to have a closer look, but I saw a vile pair of antennae protruding from his feathers and lost my nerve. I love Slugger with all my heart, but bugs I cannot do. I fear he may have a parasite ladybug that's gorging itself on his blood. Check him for me, would you? And if you find a ladybug dug in there somewhere, kill the damn thing. Yeah, okay. Slugger. Interacting. Quay, quay. Oh, look at that. Jesus. Quay, 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 quay. Okay, we spoke with Slugger. Slugger's much more happy. Let's speak with this lady. Slugger says, thank you. You've my thanks as well. I was sure as sunup it was a parasite ladybug. Must have hatched itself somewhere along the road, but how the bloody thing managed to stay concealed all this time is a complete mystery. In fact, I'm not even going to question it. I'm just like to move on and put this all behind me. If we don't keep our chocobos healthy, cargo won't be able to move over land. We owe these birds a great debt. I wish more folk would see that. I got some little thingies. Hey, Oswell. Oswell needs your help to locate a misplaced shipment. You've time to spare, don't you? Make yourself useful and help me finding my missing crates. The manifest clearly states that 3 crates bound for East Aldenard Trading Company were included in the latest shipment from Vesper Bay, but I can't seem to find the bloody things. They ought to be around here somewhere, but I can't waste any more time looking. If you can find the crates, bring them to me. Okay. What about you? A dabble do ya? The trader, Guntram, is furiously ransacking his cargo at Scorpion Crossing, looking for all the world like a man who has misplaced something. No. This can't be happening. There's no time to send for more, and no, you there. Please, you must help me. Go kill as many cactars as you must to gather 4 bottles of their blood. I don't care if you have to hunt the little green bastards to extinction. Please, there's no time to explain. Just know that my very life hangs in the balance. For the love of gods, hurry, man. Okay. Since you seem to be so, in trouble, I can assist you. I killed them. I killed them all. Not just the men. The women. And the other men. Have you brought the cactar blood? All 4 bottles? Show me. Here you go. Jesus, bro. Woo! You saved my hide, friend. Just stopped to give my cargo a check on the way to Ul'dah and saw that all my bottles of Radzahan skin tonic were as empty as a Garlean promise. Looks as though the lid shook off in transit and the whole load spilled right out, but I refused to have it said that Guntram failed to make good on a delivery. Cactar blood is supposed to help the skin, keep the skin supple. I'll just use what you've brought and fill my empty bottles, and all those lovely Ul'dah ladies will be none the wiser.
Oh dear.
Oh, don't worry about getting found out. Radzahan skin tonic is still a rare find, all the more so this far south. I'd venture none in Ul'dah would even know it from an ampule of their own piss. Dude, Oswald, are you serious, bro? Like, seriously. Right here. Walk 5 feet. 5 feet and you'll find your cargo. What is wrong with you? All right. We'll deliver all of the cargo to Oswell right here. Did you find my crates? Yes, I found your crates. Great job, friend. These will make the next wagon thanks to you. The shipments never stop coming, day in and day out. Just keeping track of everything is enough to give me migraines. Business is good, true, but what use is money if you haven't the time to spend it? I haven't downed a pint with friends in weeks. Well, that sounds like a personal problem to me. Oswell is holding a letter addressed to someone at the Silver Bazaar. Boxes, crates, barrels, lifting, moving, stacking. There's no end to it. I'm tired, so very tired. Say, friend, do a hardworking stranger a kindness, would you? See if this letter safe to Kikipu at the Silver Bazaar. I'd call on her myself, but I haven't the time, and I doubt these weary legs would carry me there, even if I did. I'd like to send her something nice along with it. Could I trouble you to scrounge up, say, 5 hammerbeak tail feathers? Gods know you can find the beasts around here easy enough. Kikipu's a dear old friend. She's called the Silver Bazaar home for far too long. There's been ill rumors of the place of late. I'd just like to make sure she's well and is all. All right, let's get some of these hammerbeak feathers. Hammerbeak feathers. 2. All right, I got all of those. Now I have to go to the Silver Bazaar, and I'm pretty sure the Silver Bazaar is where we're headed by Horizon. Maybe not. That's all right. I'm going this way because I need to tune to the Aetheryte. da 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 da. How do I already have you? You mean I didn't? Ugh, gosh. Okay. I've hit done. My brain just went, and my eyes just went. So, I'm gonna call it for tonight. I'm gonna be on a stream break for the next couple of weeks. Gonna spend some much needed time with my family. I'm gonna set up some super cool stream stuff for y'all. And so I will put out a new schedule as soon as I am ready with one. I need to make one, but it's summertime. So my schedule should be very, very solid moving on from here. So, who have we got? I'm just looking for people that are online and for what they're playing. Let's see here. I think I'll do Celeste. And we will go and see her. I have a raid message. So go ahead and copy one of those. I'm going to do the subscriber one because it's the one that I can do. And then if y'all want to join me for the Discord or my socials, there you are. Go ahead and check those out, especially YouTube. Definitely check out my YouTube. I'm posting all of my VODs there, and I'm also creating highlights that I'm going to post on YouTube as well. And I also throw up shorts every now and then based on clips and whatnot. So check out the YouTube channel. But you can also check me out on Blue Sky and TikTok. For now, I'm going to go. I will put out a new schedule on my Discord, and I'll also post it on Blue Sky when I'm ready. But until then, I hope you all have a great rest of your week and enjoy the beginning of your summer. I will talk to you next time. Bye.